between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Back to Taylor on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Colts at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action with Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. On the move past the 40. Down the right sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And this is something this defense is going to have to account for as this game goes on. He's a space player. They want to get him out in the open field and let him make his move. So if you're going to stick with him, you've got to make sure you plaster him, as they like to say on the defensive side of the ball. Otherwise, he'll burn you as he just did there.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Ryan.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Touchdown, Colts!
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Number 10. Don't kick it to 22. Do not kick it to 22.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Bulldozes past him and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
That'll make the score 14-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, the first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Brady now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For nearly another interception there, that would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Open man has got to it. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series. Because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him up already in this opening half.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. (14-0) the score. This is the NFL. On EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Ryan. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
He's going up top for Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Brady. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
On 1st down, Brady.
That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Well, we talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call is pretty easy.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, Edwards-Helaire.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox as tight end. And it's 2nd down.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play action. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Cox. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On third and goal, Ryan forced out to his left. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just a field goal.
To think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake. Brady. And he'll just get rid of it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Colts are going to take over here up near the 40. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. QT as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rodney McLeod. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady going to throw.
And no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Again, it's Brady. And he's caught. It's Chris Godwin. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Chris Godwin, 35 yards. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. So that challenge, a successful one. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Chris Godwin.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
36 yards on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They go play action with Ryan.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Ryan. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched. Haven't performed to the level that they need. And that play there just don't contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Julian Blackman. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Blankenship's kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight lead as they widen the gap further in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. This offense on 3rd down today, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Brady now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, it's Kelsey on the ground. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Brady's going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
A give for Taylor running right side.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up...
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written him off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
What you get paid for? Follow your man. Break it. Hey, 39. Check.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
A throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Armani Watts. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and they take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
59, man.
They go play action now. Ryan. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Oh, good move. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Ryan wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends. And understandably so, not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is.
Your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting, I'm gone, yo. homie live cause it's on though. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. It's shit in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chillers in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold. I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wilding out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First play and a first pass for Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossing. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. The play action through the raindrops. It's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Channing Tindall.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
On the set.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The end result, 21 yards. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you select.
And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can get him a completion and get it going.
On third down, Cousins. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Brandon Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that I'm not playing. Get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback... a little bit.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. A first down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
It's brought in by Wilson. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 averaged 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball player.
Pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Boys, you got this.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Guys, man, complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even to 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and the Dolphins touchdown. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm really jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be made for those kind of plays. They excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try to put some pressure on the defense.
It's a loss of 4. Cousins now. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, we were able to see offense and the defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. It's 3rd and 6. Here's Cousins. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Cousins on 1st down. Right back to Chris Godwin. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It was great just to see Danielle Hunter back on the field after missing all of 2020 with a neck injury. When he's on top of his game, book him for the Pro Bowl, and he'll always be contending for All-Pro status.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock. Keep it moving.
Tua now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Tua, the final shot before half. This is caught. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Tua going to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Black Ultra. Red Cycle.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators are so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections, and style, those precise areas and movements, sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cousins throw on target to Godwin here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cousins to throw for it on fours. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Throwing is Cousins. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. Nick Needham picks it off. Past the 20. They will bring it back. It's a pick six and Dolphins touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. And it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're talking playing straight, doing the right things. And these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down throw for Cousins.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
On 2nd and inches, Cousins.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. To the air again, it's Cousins.
That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins now. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Chris Godwin
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Cousins will try and throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come.
2nd down at 5. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point and good by Sanders. That'll push the lead up to 29 there.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They're probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Cousins now to throw on first down. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. To throw again on second down. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Cousins again. And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 36. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Timing is everything, and they work on this tape all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Cousins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Again, it's Cousins. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Room here to run. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play.
Ready.
Charles, a lot of happy faces.